How's everybody doing? I'm doing all right. Some people like, Jeremy, man, you back in the truck, man. What happened? It's chestnut checkers out here, you know. You want to be versatile. You want to be an asset, not a liability at your job. On the last upload, I was telling people, trying to tell people, be thankful for what you got. I want to reiterate that right now. Now's not the time to be looking for a job. Now's not the time to be making waves at the place that you work. Be thankful for what you do have. And like I just said, versatility is key, man. You want to be able to adapt. And the more things that I can do, the more things I can learn, which kind of makes me a little bit more valuable. And it's funny too, because my boss came up to me today like, Jeremy, man, we really appreciate you jumping back in the truck and doing what you need to do. I said, no problem, man, I got you. And he said something funny. He's like, you're kind of making it so you're indispensable around here. I said, hey, I'm a team player. Not going to be so hard up on my views and stipulations. And yeah, it's chestnut checkers, man. One hand washes the other, but understand the environment and the economy that we're in 2025. And for the third time, like I said, versatility is key. But how's everybody doing, man? I'm doing well. It is Friday. We back. Show y'all what I'm at. No, we back, man. And I'm feeling well. I'm feeling blessed. I'm always thankful. But I never drop a video unless the inspiration hits. And with that being said, it's Jared, the 20-year recovering sex addict. 20-year recovering abusive sex addict. No filters, no edits, no redos. Oh, man. Put this up here, maybe. The channel that is not in YouTube's algorithm, the channel that never asks you to like, comment, subscribe. Maybe it's for you, maybe it's not. But I never ask you to donate. Never ask you to do anything that you don't want to. That's why I know the channel will never grow. I'll never be in the algorithm, and that's okay because I kind of want it that way, man. I want to stay under the radar. I don't want to sell out. I'll never sell out for views. What I think about my standpoint, my viewpoint in life, it just won't change, man. I'll live for God because nothing else makes sense out here. So I want to ask you, what makes sense to you, What is it that you can't live without? What do you get up in the morning to live for? What's valuable to you? What does this world mean to you? What means the most to you as well? Is it a person, place, thing, stuff that you can buy? Because the thing that bothers me the most that people don't realize is that you only get one life, right? And when your life is done, you can't take it with you. Like, what are your priorities in life? What are the things that you value the most? Because you can't take it with you. So that means that this has to mean something more than, oh, you live to die. That's the craziest, most asinine, kind of the dumbest, most naive, ignorant thing I've ever heard. That makes no sense. Whatever you value, some people, I live for my family, I love my job, I love whatever it is, house, cars, stuff that you buy that doesn't mean anything after you bought it. I get that, but if you get sick today, your wife ain't hopping in that casket tomorrow. If something happens to you and you get hurt, your kids ain't, okay. No, like, life goes on without you. So therefore, when I sit there and I tell people that your purpose has to be something more than any person, place, or thing, I'm not saying those things aren't important to you. I'm saying when push comes to shove, your purpose has to be something that can't be taken away from you. It has to live on after your presence is gone. What did you do with the time that you had here on this earth? In this life, did you make the most of it? You make the most of it living for something greater than you, having an effect on people. You know, so if something happens to me, like, look, with this channel, I sit over here and I sit there and I tell y'all that, look, I'll be very surprised if I'm here 5, 7, 10 years from now. Not because I have a death wish, but because I know where this world is going. And it's going to hell in a handbasket. Look at everything that's happened since 2020. Look at everything that's going on in the world right now. Like, what's happening just in this administration alone, just in the last few months, is probably the worst case of modern government gaslighting I've ever seen in my entire life. And you see it too. And no one's saying anything. I mean, quietly, they're talking, but no one's putting it on the line for what's right in this world. And the last thing, look, this administration, I'm going to stop this war within 24 hours. That didn't happen. We're going to bring America back. We're going to bring the dollar back. Dollar is done. That didn't happen. I got the files on my desk. We're going to prosecute this. We're going to look into this to the fullest. What do we get? Why are we still talking about that guy? Come on, we got to move forward. This is what you ran on. This was your campaign. Think about how crazy and asinine it is that we wake up, or better yet, you're born, you go to school. Your school doesn't teach you anything that's actually valuable in life. It teaches you how to be quiet, and it teaches you how to conform. You get out, you get a job. If you don't get a job right away, you go to college. You're saddled with debt that you'll probably never pay back. You're already in debt to this country. And if you do get a job and pursue a higher degree, you know, you're putting that knowledge and all that effort, all that time, you're putting it back into a system that controls you to begin with. Like you're doing the devil's work for them. Like it's one big hustle. It's one big pyramid scheme. And when you wake out of that, the only thing that's left, your chances are you'll be standing alone, because you're looking like the crazy person, because everyone else is just going with the narrative at hand. So you've been tricked since birth. You got to stand for something more than that, man. I'm going off and I'm rambling right now because I have to get this off my chest. Look at the things that are legal now that they don't mind you doing. When I was younger, I'm 44 years old, you had to wait until at least 10, 11 o'clock to see a naked female. And that was on cable. Now you have OnlyFans. Basically, prostitution is legal. The women selling themselves in real life and on the internet. Anything goes. When I was younger, a 20 bag, a dime bag of weed was like a damn near a felony. Now you can go to the dispensary like a grocery store and pick up 2 ounces, have them in your car, and that's legal. Does anyone not see the conspiracy in all of this? I think everything is to make you calm, is to make you sedated. Is to make you okay with what? With sin. To make you okay with being disconnected from God. If everyone's doing it, then it must be right, right? Everything that's good is bad, and everything that's bad is celebrated. This is where we are in this world. This is what this world teaches us. Which is why when you step out of that, when you start to open your eyes and see what this world is really about, you're going to be alone. You're going to be alone. You're going to be looked at like you're crazy. And I'm not even so much being religious and talking about, oh, you got to live this way and turn away from sin. Look, my ideology and my beliefs are my beliefs. I'm just telling you what they're selling you, what they're selling all of us. I've been preaching on this channel about standing up, about doing what's right, about living for something greater. Because if you don't, look at the world, look at the society, look at the life we're creating for the kids, man. What do you think is going to happen in less than 5 years? Even bigger than Agenda 2030. So when I sit there and I tell you I could care less about what happens to me, I plan on living for God, being with Him, and making a difference in this world. I know small channels, even as small as mine, you got eyes on you. You're never going to go with the narrative. So how long, man? The expiration date. I don't have a death wish, but I'm just saying I'm not stupid, man. I'm not living on my knees for anybody except the one and only Lord Jesus Christ. But what do you live for? What do you value? Because all this stuff out here, you can't take it with you. So it's got to be something more than what they're telling you. Let me get out of here, man. You know my name. You know my slogan. Discernment over delusion. Live and stand for something greater than one's own self-gratification. Man, I love y'all. And I'm out.